Okay. Oh, hey guys. I am absolutely bushed right now. This took way too long to set up. I think I started at something like, I started like 6:30 and it just hasn't happened. So, oh, the thing works as well. That's good. It's still like kind of stretched. So, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. I hope the sync of the audio's up. I haven't actually even checked that yet. So, yeah, I hope that's up to par or something. Yeah, I could do with like that being wider, I guess. Is anything on there that changes anything to do with that? Width, height, but that's 800. What's it do? Oh, that went wrong. Oh, okay. I'll do that. Right, okay, that disappeared. Sorry, it's just stretched and warped. I just wanted to change that, but it's not gonna happen. So yeah, anything you do will pop back up. But yeah, so yeah, save before I have to go. That's not a problem, dude. What I'm gonna do is, presuming things are working. Oh, did I just break Streamlabs? Just break Streamlabs? I wonder. I think I just did. That's annoying. Actually, no. If I throw that, if I throw transition to that, then maybe that's gonna help. Okay. Well, anyway, there, as usual, views and stuff like that. So what I need to do is I had the thing sent to work, and I picked it up in work as I was there. Right, so what we'll do is sort this out. Now I was going to, I'm gonna try not hit a camera. That'll do. So yeah, so I had this sent, and this is the, I don't even know what it is, the Z270M Pro 4 from ASRock. So yeah, basically the situation is, and I will flip cameras now to give you an idea of what the hell went so wrong and why we're doing this in the first place. Build that. There you go. Okay, right, let me transition. Okay, cool. So this is the problem. Now, that there, oh, minus the other motherboard. That was just there because of problems, so I'll see you in a second over here. Yeah, so with any luck, the audio's still okay. I need to put this board somewhere. I don't know. I haven't planned much of this. I just sort of, when I was in work, I was thinking, you know what, I need to overclock this, and I may as well do it on the stream. So yeah, so you can see the problem here is that this is the natural position of a mini ITX board in an ATX chassis. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've never tested this, so I didn't really know exactly how it would work. I just sort of kind of hoped it would be okay. But there's only just enough hand for my, well, not just enough room for my hand to even fit in there, so let alone actually test properly. Now, one thing I hadn't done either before, which I'll come back over here, there's no room in this place anymore. But yeah, so one thing that I hadn't noticed before either is that ATX and micro ATX, in terms of the socket position to it relative to the case and that sort of stuff, the back of the case, is actually very similar. So I thought what I'd do is use a micro ATX now to test a micro ATX board to test ATX and micro ATX, and a mini ITX board to test the mini ITX stuff. So that's going to be the plan, and hopefully that'll work. One thing I'm kind of dreading, and I may have to buy another drive to do this, is I'm dreading having to set up a profile on hardware info, because hardware info, it doesn't have, at least from what I've worked out, a simple, easy, profile like system thing going on. I know you can save, you can like back up to whatever, you can back up stuff, but you can't like individually save, which kind of sucks. So yeah, so that's that. So I'm gonna have to like maybe buy a new drive and then set it up, because I mean each different board you come across, of course, has different sensors and it's just set up in a different way. So you'll have to manually, tinker with all the tracking things that hardware info is doing at a certain time, and it's a freaking nightmare. And I ran into this problem when I was testing the R9390X, water cooled. and then I just decided to clone the drive to an old drive I had that was, it's still an SSD, so SSDs, they, when it comes to gaming and loading stuff, they're just fast enough anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. But again, you can't even compare them anyway. So I may have to buy a new drive, which is going to suck because it's just more money going into stuff which I wish I didn't have to. But there we go. So the things you learn when you're doing when you're trying to do a thorough review sort of testing methodology of some sort. So you just find crap along the way somewhere that turns out you wished you'd known before, kind of thing. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'll unbuild that thing there. I'll rip off the cooler on that. I'll build it onto the board we have here. We're going to jump into the BIOS. We're going to try and hit 4.5 gigahertz at 1.28 volts. If that works out fine, great. We might mess around and push it and see how far it goes other than that. But in all honesty, I want to kind of get the settings, even though it's not comparable. I want to get them as close as I can to what I've got set on the mini ITX board, because that'll be really handy. So at least I can combine them all into a big graph and have an asterisk by the mini ITX tested things saying these are mini ITX tested cases. So, basically take it with a pinch of salt compared to the micro ATX and ATX tested cases, if you get what I mean. For a second thing on that note is apologies for the delay with stuff. It's been extremely busy time lately, just ridiculous, channel and otherwise. It's just been insane. So yeah, myself and my girlfriend are trying to buy a house for the first time, and that's been something. Pay situations, trying to align everything together. It's been a nightmare. It's still in the middle of that, trying to get that sorted. So nothing's 100% certain, although we're 95% certain that everything's going to go through. And yeah, so apologies for the slowdown of everything, because that's just what happens. That's what life is sometimes. So anyway, so you've seen that I've got something set up for the monitor next to me here just a second ago. Got the monitor sort of viewing camera. I haven't bought like a capture card. I will eventually when me and Ames get ourselves into our own place. I can actually think about setting things up a little bit more permanently in some cases, and have better things to cover things more quickly. So I could have better strategically placed camera positions where I don't have to go around setting up stuff constantly, kind of thing. Anyway, let's get on to doing random crap. What I'll do actually is I'll slide this monitor out the way. It's kind of like it's musical chair. Oh, that's in my way now. I'm gonna have to move that. What I'll do is I'll flip around and we can do some unbuilding of stuff and go from there. So yeah, and yeah, kind of a little bit sick as well. So that kind of it all builds up into a big mess. So it says am I gonna find a view that I want? I don't think I am. Oh, I didn't plan this very well. I mean, I've got that one. Let me do this one. It's a bit of a dodgy view, but you can see. Apologies for that, but you'll just see me over there tinkering. And I'll go and do that now. So let's just go build stuff. I'll try and keep track of chat as best as I can, but I'm just I don't know. I'm in between 60 different things, but I'm gonna keep track of things. I'll just rotate the screen around. Oh yeah, you can kind of see why this doesn't work so well. Right, let's push this over here so I can get out. Yeah. What do I need? That'll do. There's also a bagel on the side, which I sort of I'm neglecting. There we go. I'm eclipsing. See, this isn't working really, is it? This isn't working at all. Oh, I'm kind of eclipsing the view now with that screen. That's a problem. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. Let's see if I can. Oh, now that's crunching there. Sorry, guys. Loud, quiet. You know what? That will do, and I know everything is screwed up because there's a light here, and what I'll do is rotate the light away. So maybe one light's enough for you to get an idea of what's going on, or maybe if I just reposition the light entirely. But I am intending this to be relatively-ish, quick-ish sort of thing, because, yeah, I have got other things to do as well tonight, so yeah, there's always that. Right, so anyway, I got to the point in here where I installed this, Please let me know if it's like just way too dark for you guys. If it's too dark, then I'll just go and quickly tweak it and brighten it up a little bit. But yes, this is what I got to. Clearly there's an issue here. If we grab out the new board, there you go. That's one thing I need to sort out in the new place as well as Ethernet, so I can get a direct Ethernet thing. So you can see here the socket position. If we line this up here, and if I bring the camera, in fact, well, I'll rotate the case first and see if I can make the point with rotating the case. There you go. You can see that the socket position is way over the edge here. It's way over here, and this is centrally about here. So there's a big difference between its position if we sort of line it through a bit of where it is. So it moves along a little bit, and it gives more space behind the back for an actual fan that wouldn't necessarily be a fan that will be attached to the rear cooler. And if we compare ATX to micro ATX, just to sort of illustrate the point, there you go. So they're extremely similar in their position. So it's just, they're basically identical and pretty much are. So at least this gives me some justification for using micro ATX to test ATX cases, but it confirms the justification that I cannot use mini ITX to test ATX. It's just an absolute horrible mess. So what I'll do is throw that over here, and we'll rip this cooler off now. And actually, I'll just pull it out of the case first. And with, okay, that was, oh, I actually connected the power as well. Yeah, there's a problem. Everything's so tight in here that connecting the power was a huge pain in the butt. This is where I get like a little bit squeamish about whether I'm going to wreck some pins on the socket, because I'm really tight against the thing. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be, actually. Oh, that's a little heavy. It's actually got the rest of the computer installed in it, which, to be fair, is just a power supply unit, basically. Oh yeah, and drives. It's got just a couple of drives in the base and drives in the back. So here we are. Right, and what I can do is maybe I can reposition the camera a little better. Right. Bear with me. We're just going to slide downwards. There we go. That wasn't too hard. So now I can go down here and unbuild stuff. It's looking a little dark. Let's move that there. A little out of the way. A little behind. And a little lower. See, this is the faffing. This is the faffing, what it takes to make a video. So you just faff about constantly until you get a result. And that's a video. Oh, I'm actually in camera shot as well. Isn't that good? There we go. I'll rip those out as well, just in case, because I don't want to have smash these up a little too badly. Oh wow, I just locked it. There you go. Oh, so there we go. Oh yeah, on top of all the other stuff, I'm not sure if I posted that many images on the main Discord. I have actually. Oh yeah, sorry if there's bouncing and bumping and stuff. Wait there. There you go. So yeah, I'm not sure if you guys saw anything, because there is actually that's the wrong one. I have created a another Discord, and it's for Patreons, basically, or patrons of the channel on Patreon. And there should be an automatic link. If anyone has an issue with it, then I can sort of try and sort that out manually. Sometimes it doesn't automatically pick you up, but if you manually add it in, then it will the bot will pick you up and link the two together, kind of thing. I don't know how it works. I'm not a programmer, so that's that. But yeah, so but it was something I meant to do for ages, but I never got around to for quite a while. And then one night I was thinking, you know what, feeling a little bit crap in terms of health-wise. So I thought, there's got to be something I can do that's productive, which doesn't actually involve much thinking. So setting up that was the thing I did. So yeah, hopefully that's that. But anyway, the point was, I have the first Neo Air that came from Metallic Gear. I'm not sure if it's out yet. It might be out yet. That's the kind of thing with this channel. By the time I've gotten around to actually finishing a video, the thing's already old. So that's always good. Let me go grab the isopropyl. alcohol. I actually bought, was it 15 litres of, no, not 15, 5 litres of stuff for like 15 quid, which is great, and it'll last forever, so that's perfect. But anyway, so the point was, it's basically, the first one I got was pretty smashed up at the front, and yeah, so I was completing my review, and then only like halfway through, obviously, when I'm sort of doing halfway through, quarter way through doing the recording of stuff, I was like, oh, this is kind of beat up and that's annoying. But then once I got it first fired up, the fans were making a noise that I don't think was a normal, part of their intention. So I kind of had to go, hey, Metallic Gear, it's kind of a little bit beat up. Here's a pile of images, and they sent out a new one. But obviously waiting for the new one to come through, and then I'm going to have to change the fans in the front and all that kind of stuff. By the time I did get around to doing this swap over, everything was kind of broken up and that sort of stuff. So there we go. So that was that. So yeah, so by the time I get to actually review this thing, it'll be, old news, or when I get my review out, it'll be old news and that kind of stuff. So yeah. But you know what? I'd rather do a review properly than do a review on time, as it were. I'd rather have something that's of quality out late than that is out early of poor quality. But here's the thing, though. Oh great, it's out now. See, there we go. Yeah, so that's just the way the cookie crumbles with this channel. So anyway, who knows? Maybe some manufacturers might say, hey, let's give this guy some more time to do it because he's going to take a really long review. See, that's the thing. I'd really like there to be like a review embargo kind of thing, and they just send the case out like at a certain time, because that would benefit my channel more than most, because, I mean, and obviously that's a selfish thing. But yeah, I'd like that to be the case, because then it actually gives me some damn time to do the review properly, and that sort of stuff. But to be fair, this kind of would have been out, like, probably today. In fact, it probably would have been out last Monday if all had gone well, but all had not gone well. So yeah. Anyway, if anybody wants an actual I say like quotation things, proper review of that case, then obviously they would probably want to hang on, for a substantial review. I'm sure there are channels that have done one, that have done substantial reviews, rather than a sort of feels in the hand kind of review. So yeah, that's that, and let's flip this off. One thing I really enjoy, actually, there's a guy I carry on. I can't remember his name, but he's been around quite a few times. He always comments on videos, saying whenever I use this screwdriver, and it's like a Scythe Mugen 5 screwdriver club kind of thing. He's got conjured up, and I tell you what though, I do like these screwdrivers to a certain degree, because you get that ability to like really quickly rotate something when you don't need much torque with your fingers at this sort of level, instead of having to rotate a handle. Obviously you can get things done much quicker when you've got a smaller shank, I guess, to rotate. There we go. So Silverstone do more than enough for this channel. It's a good point, but Silverstone do more than enough for this channel. Yeah, they sent me like a PF 120 cooler, which I'm actually using, and you might hear in the background it's blowing, bits and bobs over there. Oh, by the way, is the mic okay over there? If it's not, I can bring it closer. It'll take 2 seconds. But yeah, they sent over like a PF 120 doodad AIO, which I'm using on my thing right now, which is pretty good. It always seems that that's not. It also seems that that's not like bright enough, but it might be perfect. But I might just have like the dimming thing on my screen. Wow, that's disgusting. Not have that. Let's have this. Oh, won't it? I know that would go wrong, so I'm just gonna do this instead quickly. There you go. Sorry, that's still bugging me. Right. Okay. Is that socket fine? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna rip off the protector on the other socket and just slam it on this one, because sharing is caring. And cool. So that's somewhat protected. I can throw this over here. No doubt it'll fall off. Right, let's get this one. So that's that there. The one irritating thing, and I really wanted to get a board, but there was like none available. And I did ask my contact at Silverstone, but I gave him way too little notice for my time that I actually needed things. Sorry, I'm sort of covering this with my fat hands. I'm just gonna drop that in place there. Cool. But yeah, I couldn't find any motherboards, and pretty much all you guys, most of you on now, were on Discord, of course, when I was faffing about, trying to find one of these. It was like the day before yesterday. Yeah, by the time I got to that point, I needed to order something to be able to get something done by now, so I can do some testing over the weekend, and then obviously over the weekend I can't assume that my contact from Silverstone is going to be around to come and save me, so I had to kind of save myself. But luckily, everybody who has been buying things through Amazon managed to get me through like a just barely 3-figure check, which is fantastic, which meant I could actually buy this thing just about with that, and that's brilliant. So it's kind of like the channel's looking after itself. Of course, it does take like 30 odd hours of my time every week, so you'd kind of hope you might be able to buy a motherboard after like 6 months of work, but you can't guarantee it, and you can't take it for granted, so that's really cool. So so there we go. And like people on Patreon allowed me to buy like the Thermaltake Core P3 before. That was awesome too. Oh my god, we got 10 viewers. That'll go down to 8 now. I always get the affiliate stuff whenever on Amazon. Damn it, Toto. No, if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. That's it is what it is. It's if it's inconvenient to like constantly like to do it, then like that's what it is. I don't always forget to do the I don't always remember to do the Amazon or smile.amazon whatever to throw money like to a charity, because sometimes it's just not in the middle of your head. Middle of your head? I don't know. But yeah. Oh crap! Wrong cooler. Crap! I need to test this with another cooler. Damn it! Actually, no. We're targeting a specific. No, we've already tested the cooler for that voltage. So we just need to hit 1.28 volts at 4.5 gigahertz on this thing, and then we can mess around above that, however much we want to. Having to click your links even when ordering on phone. That's awesome, man. I appreciate that. I actually think maybe like it might have been you that ordered a fair chunk of stuff, and I saw that like come through, and that really did help out, which was really awesome. Okay, so that's that there. I obviously wouldn't be doing my job very well if I didn't. Oh crap! Oh, there it is. If I didn't use MX4, they did send it over for a reason. Appreciation to Arctic for sending that over, even though the testing was basically inconclusive. So let's throw in a ridiculous amount of thermal paste as usual. That's not overly over the top. It's reasonable, I think. Oh, that wasn't such a good idea. I still need to put the arms on. Oh, that's not right. Well, let's just throw that there and throw this with the left hand so you can see it. Wow, that was shaky. Okay, that's that. Anyway, right. So anyway, yeah, back to what I was saying before though. Yeah, basically the case was completely like broken at the front, so that's delayed a pile of crap. And I am looking to get that review. I'm taking a half day off to do on Monday to try and complete that, and that would be nice if I could. No guarantee though. I've done half of the. I haven't done any testing. I've done half of the I'm not cross patterning this story. I'm just like random. Anyway, sorry guys. Yeah. So I'm going to. Yeah, I need to do some testing. I've done virtually no testing, which sucks. But I need to do that. I've done half the script. I've obviously done no narration because the script isn't finished. And what else am I up to? I've done B-roll. I haven't done with the slider because there's just no time. I'm obviously late now, and I knew I'd be late before, so there's that. And let's whack that on there. I'll do the front first because it's back heavy, so it sort of sits back. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, this is where it sounds horrible. One thing I do like about this though is, about this cooler, this mounting bracket is very solid and it's very it's very simple to put together. The screws are quite firm to screw in. It feels like there's a lot of metal on metal friction, but I do like how I can basically just throw this down here and it'll automatically engage. So yeah. What was that? Looks like you hardly have room to position the slider anywhere. Yeah, I know. I mean, to be fair, it's actually funny. It actually sort of sits relatively simply on the side there. It's one of these things where when I move into this new place, I kind of think I won't be able to take it, or I won't be able to have it like built still, because there's obviously a reasonable amount of space that we have, and I can't just that's going to take up a lot of valuable room. So I may have to look into an option in the future where I can do camera slider stuff that doesn't take up the world of space. Oh, that was good. Okay, that was good. Normally, sometimes even when you evenly do it, obviously you don't match them up, but that worked out quite well. So we're going to want to go in these slots here. Better not be the one board now that needs it in a different position. Cool. That's good. So RAM's in, and now we need to. Crap. Better install this into a case, I guess. Okay, that's gonna have to happen. Right, back up we go. This was one of the best buys I made though when I started doing video stuff. This when I started doing it more seriously. This tripod is awesome. The fluid head on there is really good. So would recommend. Oh, cool. Fan. Balls the fan. One thing I would really like is another NZXT grid. I don't know what it's called. V3 plus. I don't know. V plus 3. I don't know. Grid plus V. I don't know. Anyway, it's one of those. I would really like one of those because the fan control on my test system is awful. My editing system is just awful. There's barely any ability to control the fans well without it ramping up and ramping down. It's a huge pain in the ass. Right, let's move this. Oh crap, I'm running out of room here. On the chair it goes. Oh yeah, there's a question. I'm gonna have room for one chair in this new thing, or rather I could fit 3 chairs in this new studio whenever I move into a place of Mjoln. So I'm not necessarily making the choice myself, but I've been encouraged to make the choice by my better half to well, I say choice to go down to 1 chair. So I need to work out: do I take the cool chair that is the end seat something 600, or do I take the oh, why don't we connect that now before I get in trouble with trying to you gonna cook through? Come on. Oh, you suck. Yes. Nailed it. Oh, shoot. It's really funny when you start doing builds in computers, you kind of go very carefully. There's 2 CPU fans. There's 2 CPU fans on here. That's amazing. Sorry, this is all completely out of shot. I should be more courteous to you guys. Yeah, there's 2 CPU fan headers. That's so cool. So there's two CPU fan headers at the top here. So number 1's there, and number 2's number 2's there, and then you've got a chassis fan over here, which is a cool place to put a chassis fan. Then the next chassis fan header is down here, which I think is a good place to put one. And then there's two USB 3.0 ports, which I've not had a motherboard with two USB 3.0 ports. And then you've got all side-firing SATAs, which is what I like to see, because side-firing SATAs are the only ones that are useful, apart from maybe on mini ITX in a lot of cases. And then, yeah, two M.2 slots, which is reasonable, which is pretty decent. And, yeah, then just standard stuff. There's no RGB on this, which is a shame, because I would have liked to have one with RGB on it. But, yeah, the back of the board is basically blank. So, yeah, it's got Type-C as well. So, I mean, a lot more modern than the boards I've had previously. Right, let's slot this in, and let's try and like pre-install some power cables. And again, this is why having one of these around is kind of useful. You don't scratch the crap out of the back of the case, the bottom of the case, before you've actually done anything. And get your fat hands on the top. Oh, this really cool with this case. Just before review stuff comes out, this top panel comes off. So you don't have to faff about with fat hands getting into the sort of crevices to sort out connections. So it just comes right off. It's got screws all around. I really like that. Like, I don't know why I haven't seen that much on many small form factor cases. Kind of seems like a stupid thing to not include. I think it's just obviously they're trying to increase their yield, because I think apparently micro ATX is kind of very unpopular now, apparently, at least at like the last CES, I think it was, CS, oh, I don't know, one of the two, CES it must have been, Computer Expo, CX, that'd be it, something Expo. Anyway, so yeah, oh crap, IO. I bet someone said IO. Did someone say IO? Someone say IO? Ding that top vent. Oh, you like the top vent? Yeah, that is pretty cool. This is a good case. I like the case. It's got... I haven't built an ATX case in, like, over a year, I think. Minus a Core P3. It doesn't count. It's not really a case. That needs to go. And I need to get the other one. Does this look... Oh, that looks horrible. Has it not got a sleeve on that? No way. That can't be that. Ah, crap. That's awful. I spent 100 quid on this. 98. That's terrible. Oh, I really wish I didn't have to spend this and like get something quick and something with like a warranty and all that kind of crap. Look at this crap. I'll get it up for you now. Just look at this junk. That's rock. Look at that. That's it. It's just got pressed in bits of wood. Can I get it to focus? Oh, no, I think I manually focused this one, so it's always going to be back here. But it's just got pressed text into the sides. That's junk. God's sake. I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have bought this unless I had to. Are those all the bit? Do I need to? Okay, I've not come across this, so please advise. Because I don't know. Maybe I just bought better ones in the past. Are all these bits coming out here? Are these bits which, once it's connected, you plug something through, and then these must go and hit the earth, like the ground of all the shields, essentially, of all the connectors, right? So I don't need to like pre-bend these or squish these out. They'll just engage. I mean, like little like tabs and stuff on the inside. You can see them here, like this shiny one up here. You know, there it is. Yeah. I just leave them right and just throw them in. No, IO Shield Morph, yes, yeah, hell yeah. See, I haven't even got one of these for my board because the person didn't send it because they suck. When I bought it secondhand. Better board apparently, but no IO Shield. I would have used it as well if I had like an IO Shield for the damn thing. Would have been nice. Okay, IO Shield in place. I can kind of dig that it's like it's metal, so it's like a metal thing, and that's fun. But also seems a bit trashy. That'll do. Right. Wow, that one went weird. Okay, not having all the padding on an IO shield, I kind of get it being quite a nice thing to do, because then you haven't got to deal with the faffing around of like pressing against it really hard. So, oh yeah, screws. Balls. Right. Screws we have here. Right, that can go there. I would be a little bit more bummed out about the fact that I don't... Oh, crap. No, did I... Wait, what? Oh, don't tell me I removed... Wait there. Oh, crap. Ah, see, this is why I shouldn't do this. Alright, there you go. Oh, yeah, I need to reposition those. Micro ATX, like, what you call it, positioning is so jank, I hate it. It's, is it that one, or is it that one, or is it, oh, I better be one of these, or I'm screwed. I'll have to hope for the best. Oh, is it one of... Balls. Is it this one? No, I'm so screwed. Crap, I need to find one. New. I kind of think I'm screwed at this point. I need that's not in there either. I need to get these standoffs off. Can't find where the specific thing is to get them out. Ah, got it. Yeah. Got it. Back. Oh. Hell yeah, join. Yeah, what a guy. Yeah, join the Discord. Join the Discord. I am occasionally around to tell. I don't know. I'm kind of around. It's the thing. Like, I really like the fact that I can't remember who. I'll be able to backtrack it somewhere. But I like the fact that somebody's like moaned at me to make a Discord, because they were like, make a Discord, and I was like, well, I hadn't even used Discord. That's how out of the loop I am. Sorry for the noise. Never used it before, but I'm really happy that somebody prompted me to do so, because it was genuinely like, it was really good, because I was in the sort of trying to get crap sorted to make videos, but not in the video making kind of thing, and not in the video making kind of loop. And then somebody pestered me to make a Discord, and I did, and it was just awesome. Where's that supposed to go? No, what? That's not a side. No, it's in line. 1, 2, yeah. Oh. Oh, there is no one down there. That doesn't seem a very good idea. Oh, that's not good. Alright. That goes there then. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is one thing I picked up in my video stuff. No cutout. So you can't... There's a limit to the madness. Unless you extend the madness. More madness. There you go. But then it's at an angle now, and it's grinding it into the side of the... I'm not putting a lot of force on this, it just looks like I am. If you ever want to know how repetitive strain injuries happen, this is one way. There you go. Cool. Was that the only one I needed? When it 1, 2, and then there's 1, 2 there, and there's one off the side there, and that's fine. It's done. Right, good. I wasn't really necessarily counting, more just saying numbers while I muttered. Oh crap, I'm gonna do this thing again. Ah, crap, let's do it. You know what? This is all part of the testing experience as far as I'm concerned. If I scratch the inside of it, it wasn't a very good coating. That's kind of a joke, but kind of not. It's actually a nice coating, so if I did scratch it, that would be on me. Should be careful doing this stuff. And you should do what they provide you the option to do, which is take the top off the damn case. But I'm being lazy and I need to do this with speed. I did put one there, yeah. Standoff posts, really nice. Really nice. Good to have those things. Okay, I'm going to need to go magnetic on this. Although, extremely unmagnetic with like the extender on there. That is, doesn't seem like it's like there, but it's. Oh, sorry, I'll try and keep it. Oh yeah, this screwdriver. I know you get nice like iFixit-y ones or iFixit-like ones, but this one is really awesome because it's got such a damn long shank on it. But it's got this knurled grip, and that's really good for doing finger tight tightening up of screws and not going over the top. Because if you use the handle and try to go, you might push it over and like rip a thread. But yeah, if you just use that and you can gently rotate it with just finger tight, it's perfect. You don't need a Dremel for this one. It's great. But you could Dremel those slats. Could make bigger ones actually and probably stick in like a longer radiator, but no. It's the problem with lots of cases is that you either have to have a wide cat. I think I was discussing this with the Sickness on Facebook, where we just chat endlessly. I think if anybody saw the end of the LDO 3 review, you'll know that myself and Sickness have racked up quite the number of messages to each other. This is... Why does it feel like it's like flexing here? Not like flexing, like it's like... Why does it feel like it's flexing? Is it riding too high? What's wrong with it? Or is it because it's being pressed by a cable below? No. I'm not comfortable with that. I need to... sorry guys, I need to remove it because I'm just not comfy with it being that. I think I tightened it all up enough, but it's better to check and not wreck the board you just bought than it is to just, you know, soldier on and just, you know, hope it'll be okay. I was going to say earlier on, it's funny when you first do a build, when you first do a, you know, because I haven't done all that many builds, you know, compared to a lot of, like, compared to most channels around. But yeah, when you do your first build, you're kind of sweating, trying to I did remove the screws, yeah. You're kind of sweating while you're connecting things and you're screwing things in. You're not sure how tight to go. But then when you get your own build, when you get used to doing lots of builds, which is kind of what I think a lot of people who want to do computers should do, is like the similar thing to what I've done with this thing. If they want to do more builds and stuff, just replace your case all the time. Replacing the case all the time is just a better way of doing it. I did tighten up in there. So what the hell's going on? Or maybe I just... No, they're all at the same height. So I'm just so confused now about why this is... Why it was riding so high. It wasn't riding one of the posts, so I'm just gonna have to go with it. And oh, because the board is like flexing because of the mount. It's not flexing really bad, but like, sorry, I should present this to you. You can kind of see the curvature of the board. It's not freaking awful, but it just doesn't seem good. I mean, everything's mounted correctly. It's just... I don't want to untighten it because otherwise you're going to get to a position where, like, oh, there's not enough pressure there, and then thing. I think it's fine. It'll affect RAM speed. I won't be able to overclock RAM to like a better degree or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, the timing's out because the board's slightly flexed and that kind of junk. Because it's a little bit too curved. Oh, come on, just go in. There you go. You know what? Yeah, be alright. Yeah, be alright. I don't think we've met JDJ9. How's it going, alright? Yeah, I'm okay with it being a flex of the board because the cooler is just ratcheting on it, but not completely happy if it's because I've been an idiot and I've like not correctly screwed in a standoff or something like that. If it's me being an idiot, I can take it, but if if it is what it is because it is what it is, then it's fine. That was basically the same statement, only two different options. So that's what happens. It's been a long couple of weeks of work as well. I think I must be like something like 4 hours or something still on overtime. I'm trying to get it all back, like, because I don't get paid the overtime, so I have to try and like take it off when I can. But you just get caught in work sometimes. You just carry on working. It's just like, you should stop. Have other things they want to do, like videos and stuff. And then you do 1 hour's overtime on a night, and that like completely like rips out all the like extra energy and time that you have to like do something meaningful with the channel. I mean, you still have the hours there, but the kind of energy fades away a little bit, and you're like, I just wanna relax a little bit more. Do I have to, So you do not menial stuff or not meaningless stuff. You just kind of faff about, with stuff that's not pressing but is required to be done. Oh yeah, there's one of these guard things up here, which it's like a, what did I call it? I called it Dave before, I think. It was a PCI Express slot cover screw cover, my jig, and it's alright. It's a pain in the back though to like swap the crap out. Oh my god, people are just piling in now. It's 7. Hell yeah. Oh. How's it going, the 117th con? I haven't seen you around, so hello. What case is that? Yeah, it's the metallic. Yeah, like the Sickness said, it's Metallic Gear Neo Air, and it was sent to me before it was on sale by Metallic Gear. But this just come on, be a good case. Be a good case. What if I screw something up, or is it just gonna slot in? Well, it's just gonna slot in. This is good. Right, okay, that's down. That's the computer ramping up for a reason. Apparently an update is available for Premiere Rush, to which I downloaded and I realised it was actually junk. Anyone used Premiere Rush? Anyone tried Premiere Rush? I would actually urge anyone who likes the look of Premiere Rush as like an actual editor to go and buy an old version of Premiere Elements, because that's what I'm using, and even though it isn't Premiere Pro, it is halfway there. And Photoshop Elements actually is kind of that kind of thing as well. Is that good? It's good. Cool. That. It's something. Oh, my knee really felt weird then. Gonna need to reroute that. That's connected there, so we're just connecting SATA stuff up. one. Not a fan of these what Slick would call loop-de-doop cables. I think it's a compensator build he was on about that. Not a fan of them myself either, because they just kind of, it's hard to make them look quite nice. It's nice to have two runs rather. I'm not that I can separate myself from like, it has to be pretty. I'm not OCD in the slightest. I'm super lazy with a lot of stuff. But for the sake of like people who are, I just wouldn't like that if I was, making a build that looked nice. So yeah, so now we need to do, I'll do this one first. Oh crap, that's just gonna play hell with me. You know what? That's not important, so I'm just gonna tuck that somewhere where it won't be a problem. That's fine. That was the USB 3.0 connector. There we go. How's it going, AB3? Solid card. I like the card. It is a nice card. 1070 though. Like I was actually in work. I've been testing a pile of systems for like our next computers, and I've been testing among other things. I've tested RTX 5000 or RTX 5000s. There's been lots of those in RTX 2080, 2080 Ti, RTX 6000, which is like a really expensive card, which is just like compute wise I guess GPU wise, the actual compute performance of it is really like, it's very similar to a Quadro RTX 6000. So but it's like a quarter of the price. But yeah, so if you needed that, that's ideal for anybody who's looking for like graphical rendering, which is what we do in the office a fair bit. Okay, I think we're up to standard. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna test it with the side off, so I can just let the CPU breathe. I'm not interested in overclocking the GPU. It does a good enough job of that itself. You don't get a lot of performance extra out of those these days. At least that's what I've found and what I've heard most of. Okay, so there we go. Am I forgetting something silly? I mean, I gotta check the driver's connected in the back now. Oh, that was the button. It's heavy now. Okay. Which drive has power? Right, I'm gonna take that out because I don't even want to power a drive I'm not bothering with. This was fully stacked up with all the drives in the back were, but I had to take one into work for doing testing. This one's water cooled testing, that one's air cooled, but I might need a second air cooled one now, which I'll just go with like a 240 gig because I can't actually get everything onto a 240 gig such as that one now, and I'll just clone that card across. Macro and Reflect is an awesome cloning tool, very easy, it just does it. And then you have to faff around with Windows crap as well, because that kind of, at least it installs it properly anyway, so that's good. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much good. Oh yeah, Rebel in my cable management. It looked like junk before, and then I spent 5 minutes attaching cables, and oh crap, sorry. I spent 5 minutes attaching cables and did nothing else, and that means that you can't see it, and that means to a certain degree that people won't complain. This is time saving. The 5 or 10 minutes I spend attaching cables and making it look tidy means I don't have to spend 5 or 10 minutes replying to idiots online about how the cable management looks nasty. So there's that. Oh, where am I from? I am from Wales. Wales in England. That's the kind of thing, like when someone says that, like, where are you from, when like you're abroad and you go Wales and they go, is that in England? You're like, yeah, it's in England. Right, I'm good to go. So let's connect this thing up. Yeah. I have my... Oh yeah, sorry that the lighting is so awful, but it's like, I should have put the... I don't want to put the exposure on auto, and that's the only thing I can leave on auto, because if the exposure goes too high, then the frame rate drops heavily. It drops so heavily. Right, so... Hello, hello, hello. Is that helped? Is it still awful? Hello? Oh, it's back. Oh, Christ. Well, it was something to do with the USB. Yeah, no, it's something to do with USB port. So I have no idea why. It's probably connecting to like a USB. It's probably connecting a USB microphone through like a USB extender on the outside of the keyboard. Sorry, I had to drink. I'm ill and I'm talking a lot, so that's a problem. Anyway, we have this. We have this screen. CMOS date time not set. Press F2 or Del to run setup. It's doing stuff. Okay. Well, now we have something to work with. Sorry. Da, 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 da. Right, I will change screen now so we can all bask in the glory of what is this? I'll get rid of the computer for now. There we go. Right. Let's do things together. Right, so wrong mouse. That could have done all sorts of weird things. Right, let's leave those things as standard. Yeah, that gigs of RAM is fine. Yeah, GDR4 2400 something. Yeah, that's fine. Universal sound bug. Right, let's get things sorted. What are we doing? We're overclocking. Right, CPU configuration. Let's just multiple enhancement. Go away. All core 40. Yeah, fine. Cache ratio, I'm just leaving that. Be okay. Yeah, that's fine. Auto, it'll be like 100 as standard. Okay, so that's like max non-turbo performance. Yeah, that's fine. That's just boot up stuff, I guess, or what it is. Speed step technology, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Per core limit, long duration maintained, auto. Now it's auto, but we can manually set it to like 128 seconds, I guess. But I'll auto it because it's like, I guess, or should I just throw it in 128? I don't know. I'm gonna leave it as auto just because I'm gonna be pushing this thing really hard. So if it needs to step down, it needs to step down. I'm not gonna. That'll just be a thing that I'll have to manage with based on thermals and stuff. So that's fine. We also have a voltage configuration which I want to check out. I'm gonna stick on fixed voltage to 1.28. That's the wrong keyboard. 1.28. Cool. Lone line calibration I have as high on the other one. Level 4, level 1. I want as level 1. I want it to be flat as hell. So on this is better. You can see this here. It shows you a description on the one on my test on my editing system. It's junk as hell. It'll just says, oh, level 1 or something, and it has this QR code thing here, but not this graph here, and it'll just scan that in. I scanned it on my phone. Went to go read is level 1 on this one, high or low. I think it's generally quite a high level on most boards, but you never know. You like to check sometimes because I'm not an expert in this. I just want to double check I'm doing the right thing. And oh yeah, that's a bagel. And level 1 is really flat, which is what I want for testing. The rest is completely fine to stick as it is because I'm not that concerned with that. I'm really into CPU thermals and that sort of stuff. The other stuff is sort of side stuff for me. So yeah, I'm pretty good. Actually, I want to make sure the DRAM is up to 1 to reference clock frequency. Oh, just XMP 2.0. Let's just not do that. DRAM frequency. I want this as 2400 because that's what I've got set on the other one. There you go. That should be okay with that. I'm hoping. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a I'm gonna someone bring up something for me. If I've forgotten something, then just if I've forgotten something on here as a basic, like, oh, just make sure you do that, then just let me know. I'll leave the CPU on, just let it do its thing on the fantastic tuner, which it's okay. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but it's okay. CPU 1 and 2. Yeah, so CPU fan 1 and 2, that's a PWM, and the chassis fans of voltage, I'm assuming. But CPU fan 1 and 2, it's awesome to have 2 available. I'm not going to use them because I'm going to be using an NZXT grid. And why won't you focus? See, this is the kind of crap you need to sort out every now and then. Oh, this is the wrong mouse. Right, let me see. It wasn't the wrong mouse that it went wrong, but it was just being silly. Right, I need to go into here. I need to check the properties. I need to go to the video configure video. Oh, you see this on my face. That's probably not very appealing. Let's have a little look at this. Focus. See, that's what you do when you leave focus on auto. It does stupid crap. So you need to manually check it yourself. Sorry for that, guys. So that's okay. That's done there. Just want to make sure you guys get a good view. So that's that. Get well soon. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm hoping I get well soon too. I've had this for like a week or so. It got a little better like 2 days ago, and now it's just got worse. Me talking like this now is just ruining my voice. I can't imagine it's going to be helping much else. So anyway, me drinking, probably a bad idea. Let's do some testing of the overclock. I haven't seen anything pop up saying you're an idiot, you forgot this, so I'm going to assume that save changes and exit. Oh, we didn't do the clock. How do you do the clock? Security, boot, advanced. I'm going to say no. It's not advanced. Where's easy? Easy mode. There you go. Where's the clock? There it is. Haha. See, that's what easy mode exists. It's not that date. It is, in fact, the 25th of the 10th. Oh, 26th. I wasn't far off. All credit where credit's due. Right, so it is 20. Oh, doing the wrong thing again. Crap. What am I even typing? I don't know. 20. 30, and that'll be okay. Apply. Nice. Fun fact: I've actually never set the clock on in the BIOS before, so that's good. Save and exit. Yes. Now we will see if this crashes things. I'm hoping not, because I'd liked it. Can hardly read the white text on the screen most of the time. Crap. I will fix that. Don't worry. I'll make sure that's okay now. I know it's like glowing. You'll be sorted. You will be sorted. Because obviously there's no point on doing this if you guys can't even see the damn screen. Let's see. Configure video. One thing OBS has nailed is multi-camera configuration stuff. It's done so much better in that respect. If I turn that down to that, you get a better view of it, don't you? So I think that's a pretty decent, like, honest attempt at doing that. What I can do as well is take the exposure down and bring the brightness up a touch, and put the gain up. Is actually going to help things a little bit. I think that kind of helps a little bit. It's not as like bright, but you get more screen stuff, I guess. Oh, gee whiz. And what I can do actually is I can configure video. Sorry. So that's zoomed out and that's zoomed in. So I'll just leave it zoomed in. Is that okay for you guys? I can whack the brightness up a touch, just so that we've got like some color stuff going on. I'll put saturation up a touch. I'll put the brightness up a touch, and I'll put the gain up a touch. I think that's a reasonable mix in between. You guys let me know. Right, okay, that's cool. So y'all can see now. Yay! Right, now... cool. Go away. Go away. So now I bet if I open up a hardware info now, it's going to be an absolute cluster F of stuff. Oh, not bad. Yeah, that's much better than before. I can actually remove all of that and that, and I'd probably be okay. Like, I'm, oh wow, that's really good. Okay, that might be, oh wow, you can't see anything. Right, let me deal with that. Christ, this is back and forth, isn't it? Test cameras. Let's profile properties. Let's go to here, and hard to say, you don't even know what's there. How can you know if you can see something if you don't even know what you're looking at? Sharpness. That makes zero. I can make it really, yeah, no. Saturation, hue, contrast, brightness. That helps. See the color go to crap. Oh, Christ. Wrong way. Oh, no, I shouldn't have looked at the stream to make that adjustment. That's where I went wrong. Right. That's still awful. Let me go to camera control. I know it's blurry. Is that the best? Is that the best? Oh. I think it's just really blurry as hell. Yeah, that's horrible. How the hell do I fix this? It's supposed to be 1080p. Oh, apparently I can go higher resolution than that. That didn't help. Oh, no. Ah, balls. That didn't help. Oh, now it's reset the whole thing. See, this is... Just don't touch things. Bad. Bad me. I shouldn't touch things. Exposure. Sorry. Why do I do these things to myself? Just gonna get to a point now where we're just saying, just don't do the stream. Just forget it. It's over. I'm just so sharp. Right. What if I just do that? It's like, what is going on? Is there any way I can share the screen of the computer? No. I haven't got a capture card. How much do good capture cards cost? How much does a cheap, good capture card cost? I think you can get away with one for like £60, can't you? And you can just funnel a thing into it. I could do that at some point. Yeah, that's... Why is it so poor quality? It's all training for when I get a million subs. Oh, if I get a million subs, they are in serious trouble. They are in some severe trouble. I click configure video, yet no configure video shows up. It is still live, isn't it? Yeah. Just configure the video, please. I'd like to configure. Oh, it's over here now. No, it's The RAM I'm using is 2133, and I'm running it at 2400. Um, there's gotta be something here that I can actually use. I just don't believe that that's as sharp as it goes. This is supposed to be a like the C920 or C920, something like that. It's supposed to be the good Logitech camera. Clearly I've got some setting that is really bad here. It's getting better. If I zoom in though, it just goes to crap. What? Just why? Why do you do this to me? For the contrast up, it just goes to crap. If I bring the contrast way down, then it's like, hell yeah. You can actually read numbers now. This isn't getting us anywhere, is it? I may as well have just given up like half an hour ago. Oh, exposure. Then bring the exposure up, the brightness down, contrast, the gain down. That's as good as you're getting. You could see numbers. Yeah, remote desktop into it's going to take more time than that. Oh, yeah, yeah, full gig, say, yeah. Oh, did I not set that? No, I didn't set that. So I'm supposed to be running at 4.5. That's a good shout. Oh, balls. It just looks like junk. I need to bring down the exposure again. It just ruined it. Feel free to subscribe to the Patreon to support the channel so it looks better than this. Right, I'm gonna leave it at that. So apologies for the bump there. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. That's not even good on any level though. Like, just not good on any level. I mean, what I could try and do actually is let me try this. Not that. Okay, there's that. Bear with me. Apologies, close eyes if moving thing hurts eyes. This is going to make mousing a little bit tricky, but all in the search of a better experience for you guys. Oh. Look at that. Now I'm going to manually sharpen it and it's going to look amazing. Let me get the mouse. Zoom. Not zoom. Okay. Okay, you have statistics there. I will get a capture card. I will get a capture card. Right, that's that. Okay. Yeah, so and 4 gigahertz, yes, I need to sort that out. Let's sort that out. Let's do a restart and let's get that sorted. So let's restart that. That's clearly no good. OBS stream, the remote desktop, just put in local IP, or are you running out? Oh, I'm running Windows 10. Oh, I just screwed that up. I'm running Windows 10 something. I can't even remember. I think it's actually it's probably home. Ah, balls. New. Actually, I don't need to sign into it. Restart. Yes, restart anyway. I need to be on this. Delete. Ah, nice. Okay, so advanced mode, OC tweaker, CV configuration. Oh yeah, I tried 45 on the keyboard connecting to the editing PC, not 45 on the keyboard that's connected to this. That's the problem. Right, the other ones are fine though, because I remember I realized the problem. Right, I think I did anyway, or maybe I just completely forgot it. Probably the latter. Right, let's save configuration, exit setup. Yes. Well, we know 1.28 volts is stable, so that's good. See, this is the thing. Why does the camera here? I mean, it's obviously because it's like, closed down, I guess, because it's like 1080p closed down to like 360. We are logged in. Let's get hardware info up. Yes. Go away. So we are at 4.5 gigahertz, and we are at where's the damn voltage gone? Memory time is 1.2. You suck. I've actually not got a oh no, there it is. Recall. 1.28. Perfect. Rock solid. Right, now what we need to do is throw onto it some load. So let's jump into here. Let's go on to benchmarks. Yes. And let's, sorry, I'm over here just doing stuff, but it's fine. I'll bring everything up in a second and we can watch it go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a test with Priority 5 and Furmark, and we're just going to rip it and see what happens. Prime 95, cool, small FFTs, and then Furmark. And we're going to use settings, Donut OpenGL, and then 720p, and yeah, that's cool. So what I'm going to do now is, if I get my phone out, and I set a timer for like, I'll just put a timer on and see if it fails after a certain amount of time, or if it succeeds and is good. So stopwatch reset. Cool. So I'm gonna go run stress test, and then over to here, run that, press OK, go. So now we should have, let's see, 4.5 gigahertz, 1.28 volts, solid. You can see there. Sorry again, the screen's so bad. And GPU. GPU is at, load is 98, which is perfect for Furmark or Combustor or whatever the thing's called. So that's perfect. So that's not got a problem at all. I wouldn't expect it to. It should be fine. And yeah, one thing I haven't checked is the health of the thing after a while. Oh, I had a don't switch. It's a it's red Discord Toto. Oh jeez. Never a true word has been said. No, never has a true word been said. 1.28. Yeah, so 1.28 is there because that's the max the other one went to on the mini ITX board, and I'd like to match it. So 1.28 is good and fun. We can push it further in a second just to have a little bit of a mess around with it. I had a message earlier on. From some guy who said, use M.2, nothing more, and you have a many space in case. Yes. That was a good proactive what you call it. Oh yeah, there's a cool thing that I saw earlier on. I was like, what the hell's going on there? What was that situation earlier on with Gamers Nexus and what you call it? Sticking his face, Steve's face on what you call it? What was the hell was the article called? What was the company called who made the article? It was ridiculous. There, yeah, so 1.28 I want to keep because I think it's a reasonable I think it's well, one is obviously it's because the other one is there. I don't think by putting it at 1.28 and 4.5 the same as the other settings, it actually makes it the same. I don't think anyone here expects that either, to them to be the same. They both have different VRMs. They both have different. Actually, what is the VRM configuration on here? It's a good question. Wait there. Dun, dun, dun. Just want to check the board out. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 modules, but I'm not sure. It looks like we have doublers on the back here, so, but I couldn't tell which is a doubler and which is not. So, because I'm clueless. So yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to make an assumption that is, if there's 8 MOSFETs there that have, so it's four frequencies split, doubled into the VR into the each MOSFET, and then just to keep thermals down. Yeah, I think it's 4 plus. I'm gonna say it's 4 plus 1, but doubled. Exactly what Toto was saying in the first thing. I think it's that. There's no way this would be 8. That's just ridiculous. There's just no way. I think a lot of this stuff, you don't have to you kind of have to know a little bit about it, I guess. That's still doing well. Damn, it's still 1.2. So that LLC level 1 is doing a really good job of keeping that is really rock solid stable. So that's good, and it's been 4 minutes. We'll see how far we go with it, and if it just doesn't fail. If not, I'm super happy. That makes things so much easier for me. And it doesn't look like the hardware info set out is ridiculous, so I'm good with that too. The heat load of CPU is pretty comparable, at least. Temp put out the different VRAMs especially could vary, but man, yeah, I completely agree. I will be putting a small asterisk by any mini ITX ones and just be like, that was a mini ITX board, and then the other ones are all the other ones, roughly same settings, which is pretty much it's pretty much spot on. I threw the highest LLC or the flattest LLC level on that. I think it was 7 on this. Sorry, I think it was 7. On this one, it might have been 8, but I think it was 7. But yeah, but with the VRM situation, I mean, I watched a lot of Buildzoid stuff just because I don't know if it's the same with you guys. Maybe it's the same with you guys because why you watch my channel to a certain degree. It's listening to somebody go into great detail on something, and an overly overdoing the detail for the sake of getting all the detail done is quite appealing. I liked watching Buildzoid quite a lot, and I think I'm still subbed to him because, I mean, well, hell, subbed to his channel. He's an awesome channel, so, but anyway, so I liked watching his stuff because he was a guy who was so passionate and so knowledgeable about something. For me, I suppose I have the passion of just creating stupid long videos, not that knowledgeable, but then again, it's just cases, so you don't have to be that knowledgeable. You just need to be able to create a methodology that can basically create the knowledge for you and then present it in a way that doesn't look jarring, which the presentation bit I'm doing not so well on, but the knowledge-y stuff I think is doing okay. So yeah. Oh, he spans your feed. I don't think I'm subbed to him then. I don't think I'm subbed to him. I think somehow, somewhere in the mix, I've just got unsubbed. 1.28 volts. Yep, still 1.28 volts. Still 4.5 gigahertz. Yeah, this seems really good to me. I don't think. Let me go check the Actually, what temperature are we at? I haven't checked that. Core temperature 80 degrees, which is really good. Well, it's good. It's not really good, but yeah. Okay, the top fins on the fin stack are getting a little warm to the touch, but like lukewarm, not like actually like, you know, like anywhere near hot. So that's quite cool. Yeah. So yeah, but anyway, with this stuff though, like you can watch a lot of this stuff and you gain so much insight and that sort of stuff into how the all the bits of hardware interact with each other and what it kind of means. And it's really cool listening to. And yeah, sometimes you can just be in bed just watching something like that. For like, you know, 10 minutes or 15 minutes just before you go to sleep. Half the time I'll put something like, and it's probably minorly insulting to people like Buildzoid and that sort of stuff, like those sorts of guys. Oh wow, is that the quality has just taken a nosedive, or is it just that I'm looking at it? Yeah, just I'm looking at it in trash quality. Okay, so but anyway, yeah. So sometimes I put it on, just fall asleep. You know, that's cool. Where are we at to? 7.5 minutes. 1.28 volts. Perfect. Still doing great. 4.5 gigahertz. Awesome. I was gonna be awesome here, then it just looked weird here, and I missed both. So that's that. But anyway, yeah. So once you gain a rough idea, you can kind of work out. Oh, okay. Like an 8+1 would be unrealistic for this kind of board, but a 4+1 is perfectly realistic. So then you go, oh, look on the back. Oh yeah, there's doublers. There's these little tiny modules right here, right by where the MOSFETs are on the other side, and you go, yep, that's a doubler, that's a doubler, that's a doubler. And if you follow it round, I guess you could see there's 3 there. So there's, and that's the thing where I just get confused. Then I'm like, I don't even know if that's a doubler anymore. My brain just goes. I don't know. Oh no, wait there. There's another one off the side here. So yeah, those are doublers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, so I think that's, so maybe it's 2 by 5 and then it's 2 plus 2. But I don't know why plus 2. I think you'd need 2 VRMs because that would be for like the word. Someone will know the word. Like the rest of the system kind of thing. There's one for like onboard GPU, I guess. Is that onboard GPU? No, what's it called? It's like the rest of the kind of system, like motherboardy thing, and it's all CPU, and then the rest is like motherboardy stuff. I don't know. I completely forgot. I haven't watched them quite a while. Right, what do we got? 1.28 volts, 4.5 gigahertz, and 9 minutes 15. This is like, yeah. 70 needs to make a compilation of me saying awesome. Yeah, I kind of need to work on yeah, varying, because it's so easy when you do a script. You write a script out, and you can come up with good sentences. Like I can write okay, but yeah. But yeah, I actually really liked. I don't like the ASRock, like the Z170 BIOS. Just didn't like it at all. The Z270 BIOS on ASRock is actually, I found it's really easy, just from like a middling idiot like me perspective. It really easy to just to tune in the basics. I haven't dived haven't dived much into any of the other stuff, but yeah, man, that's good. I'm super happy with that. 1.28 volts, rock solid, awesome. Oh, games, guys, games. At some point I'll do a day of games. Ben's not around. Ben's not around. Ben wants a day of games. At one point I'm gonna do a day of games. Maybe when I've actually maybe Christmas time, somewhere around then I might do a day of games. I think that makes sense. That could be quite fun. Yeah, or not a day of games. Maybe a some time of games. You know, maybe a few hours of games or something. That would be good fun to do. So yeah, because I've actually got like a humongous amount of leave built up from in work. I've taken off. I essentially got from the 9th of December to the end of December, like off work, and then I'm taking off Black Friday because I want to get some deals. And I kind of, yeah, because I mean obviously when you move into a house you need to consider about all sorts of stuff like okay, 11 minutes 30, still doing good. Voltage rock solid 1.28 volts, perfect. 4.5 gigahertz, great. And the temperatures are just like, yeah, just awesome. I do need to stop saying awesome. I'm getting annoyed as well. Head off stream, take it easy, dude. Nice having you round. Yeah, and we'll catch you another time in comments and stuff, and on Discord. As a thing, any of you not join the Discord, join the Discord. There's like a public Discord. It's completely free. And then there's public Discord completely free. But if you want to get like the latest updates and stuff like that, images of builds, images of problems, updates I have, and that sort of stuff on reviews and further content and stuff, I just post that on Discord at the moment whenever I have anything going on. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, AB3. Oh no, I know AB3's been on Discord for ages. But anyone else who's, you know, because he's on and off now. Anyone else though who's in here, like I'm not sure if I'm not sure. The problem is that some people have different names from one thing to another, from one platform to another. And it's really hard for me to keep tabs on it. I'm gonna call that a resounding success. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop the testing of that now, because that's like 13 minutes, and that's more than I test. Resounding success. And now what we're going to do is we're going to restart, and we're going to see if we can sort out this the RAM to go to a 2.4. Actually, no, based on that, it should have been 2.4 because it's 1.2, and then that's doubled, I guess. Oh crap! Is it that quick? Oh, I need a delay. Jeez. Oh god, you see that flashed up for a second. I mean, okay, granted, that's useful to a lot of people, and it will be useful for me when I'm trying to do restarts and stuff. Because I was supposed to do, again, I was supposed to do like a testing methodology video as well, which I will be doing at some point in the future. But my testing methodology is, I run through all my tests, then I restart the system, and then I run through all the tests again, and then I restart the system, and I run through all the tests again. So I get 3 rounds of it. So I haven't, oh yeah, 2.4. Oh, 1.2 volts, perfect, 2.4. Oh, it is running perfectly fine. That's great. Okay. Well, awesome. Right. I said awesome again. Right. Let's go. You can combustor test CPU, C2. No, I was using no, I wasn't. Combustor was just GPU for the sake of just loading the system. I was using Prime 95, which was over that side of the screen, small FT, yeah, a small FTs, to load onto the CPU. Yeah, combustor is just what I do. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, obviously combustor is what I do, just to throw load onto the system, just to make sure, because I find a lot of situations where, and it's good to test in terms of power delivery. I find, and you guys might find this too, if you put okay, let's say you start Pro 95 first, then you start combustor, then a lot of resources go into Pro 95, and then combustors, like the GPU usage then goes up and down. It's a pain in the butt. But then if you start, sometimes the same happens if you start combustor first and then a CPU intensive thing like Pro 95. Most of the time it doesn't, at least in my experience. But it's good to test that they both work together, you know, in harmony, as it were. So there you go. So yeah, sorry, but a bit of like talking a lot and some water. Right. Should we just screw around? Should we just push this and see like if we can get it to go something silly? Or do you just say, you know what, it's been long enough, it's been like an hour and 40, or should we round it off at 2 hours and mess around until 2 hours and then we'll call it quits? I think that's probably a good idea to go on. So yeah. I reckon you could do like a 20-second compilation, and every like 10 minutes get a 1-second clip of me talking through this and just see how my voice deteriorates across the whole thing. It didn't start off that well, but you know, it's clearly gone bad now. Right, let's go see you. Right, I think let's push the frequency up a little bit and we'll see what we can get. So let's go to 4. 4.5 is pretty good. Should try 4.6. What y'all reckon? Yeah. Okay, let's do it. 4.6. 4.6 is a pretty tall order. From my perspective. If I break this now, I'm gonna be so annoying. 4. I just think it's a bit high. Like it's. I don't know. The other one didn't make it. I say the other one. It's the same CPU. It didn't make it. It wasn't stable. So that's why I'm like, eh. Who knows? Could be the board. Could be a lucky board. It's Asus versus ASRock. It is ASRock, isn't it? Yes. It's the ass versus the ass. Ass. So we'll see. Let's go to benchmarks. But like for 80s, yeah. Mouse movement, mouse spin. Okay, Prime 95. Combustor as well, just because. Actually, we'll just do Prime 95. Screw it. We're just goofing around. Prime 95. The other one's over there. I'll drag it in a second. Small FFTs. Oh, we need to bring up part movement. There's that. And I'll put that neatly over there, just on this side of the screen. Small FFTs. Go. 4.6. I need to time it. Go. Will it die? How strange would it be though if 4.6 was like it's stable? That would be amazing. Like 4.6 stable, and it's just like that because the motherboard change. I don't know. Oh no! To be fair, we were hitting the thermal limit on the L9i, which we were testing it with before. This little thing, we were testing it with this before because for good reason. Oh jeez, I was gonna try to spin the fan. Yeah, for good reason. Because this is the smallest cooler I use, so that in mini ITX cases and really, really small cases with really thin proportions, we can use it to test. So I wanted to have that as the worst case scenario. But 4.6, I think. Sorry, guys. 4.6 air cooled. Hell yeah. Yeah, that doesn't seem right to me either. At this point, it should be more like 110 watts. But the hotter the hotter it gets, the worse it gets though. So the hotter it gets, the more power it's going to be using. So yeah, so when it gets to like 90 plus degrees, that will be more like 110. It's just something I don't know why, because I'm just not I'm not knowledgeable enough. But yeah, the hotter it gets, the more power it ends up using, which I think is pretty cool or interesting. Not cool. I don't know. I think it's stable. Obviously, this isn't like a 24-hour stress test, so it's not going to be like, run this all the time. I still need to push my my editing PC. I need to push that. I think I actually did a. What am I at now? Let me go and check. Afterburner. It's at 4.3 gigahertz right now. I pushed it up to be like all core 4.3 on here, so. Totally do the job. 4.7. I've been instructed to do 4.7. I mean, we may as well. I mean, it's. Am I right in saying? Not very knowledgeable. Am I right in saying that pushing the frequency really far is not CPU killing territory? It's pushing the voltage way too far. Right? Right. Oh, I guess you can't see a part of stuff here. Oh, so CPU configuration. Oh, nice. You can actually see the stuff here. Okay, that's advanced. I didn't want that. Yeah. Oh, OC. Damn it. Does this really want to not do this? CPU configuration. There we go. Right. I don't know what I was clicking for. Right. So yeah, if you go mental, yeah, as long as it's cool. But it's the voltage that kills, isn't it? It's the idea that you push the frequency really high, and then you push the then you push up the voltage a bit more. And when you get to the edge, you push up really edge case things, which I just have no knowledge of. So I'm typing 47 on this one. All right, 47. Go. Oh. Save changes and exit. Yes. Didn't change the voltage, not going to bother. This is a much more successful. The funny thing, it's really it's quite odd how I flap about like an idiot trying to sort out other like the overclock like stream stuff that we've done. I know, I don't want to go near 4.4. I'm just goofing around at this stage just to see how hilariously high we can push this thing. Uh-oh. Yeah, that killed it. Yeah, not that. There we go. There you go. Alright. Alright. Clock watchdog timeout is the error, the stop code. Yeah, that was looking a bit too good to be true. It seems like even that's not doing anything. Right, I'm just gonna unplug that, or just rock it back to. But at least we can go comfortably 4.6, it seems, without encountering problems. So I mean that 4.5 is going to be just peachy. Oh, and it's great that I said let's go until 2 o'clock. And yeah. I do want to say 4.1. Oh, balls! Damn it! It's so quick at booting through that thing. That's annoying. No, I don't want to push a bigger OC. I don't want to push a bigger OC. What I'm going to do is just put it back to what it was, and then damn it! God's sake, just carry on chatting and stuff. I think I just crashed on boot up as well. Yeah, clearly 4.7 is a no-go. Right. Right. Okay. Do not give me 4.7. Advanced OC. CPU configuration. 45. Good. Advanced. I want to save this this configuration now to save it. Whatever. Just save it. So yeah. So I think that's it. I think I'm all good. I don't think there's I think if there's anything I need to tweak on this now. I'm pretty much good to start testing tomorrow. And yeah, we'll hope for the best. Yay! Awesome. Oh, right, okay. Well, I think I'm just going to leave that at that then. I don't think there's anything else I need to actually do. So, yeah, if anybody wants to say anything, say it now. Otherwise, I will, like, sign off in, like, a minute or so. Yeah. The stream did not lose a frame, although it lost its audio. So, much like me as a person, I will soon lose my audio. So, yeah. But yeah, so I think that's about it. Again, if you want to support the channel, then, or if you just want to chat, hang out, catch me every now and then, I'm on the public Discord. And then there's, if you want to support the channel, then you do get access to the premium Discord, which I'll post updates and stuff there, here and there. What I might do there actually is for you guys that are on there, is once I've done the rough upload. As in, once I've just uploaded the video for YouTube, I'll have it unlisted, and then I'll just throw the link in for the unlisted video into Discord and on the Patreon, just to make it accessible to just anybody who wants it. So I'll do that. So whether it's like I'm delayed in getting the video out and I can't get back to sorting that out until the next day, or or for the next few hours, you guys will get the first access to that stuff. It's not like a huge deal, but it's little things I can do that doesn't like impact the channel that badly, in terms of like making myself uncompetitive, but it just adds little bits to you guys. So anybody who signs up to Patreon will get the behind the scenes stuff, whatever's going on, good and bad, cool stuff that comes in, and cool stuff I'm reviewing, stuff I find out, and anybody who needs anybody who wants to catch videos a little bit earlier, then I'll do my best to provide those unlisted links to you guys, and you guys can watch it on the premium Discord, or Patreon should be, and I think, and yeah, and then I'll have it main upload on public within like 4 hours to 24 hours later, something like that. So yeah, so that's that. I think that's all I've got to say. So I'm going to log off now, sign off. Thank you so much for hanging around, and checking this out. Thanks to Arctic for supplying thermal paste, and thank you to Metallic Gear for supplying the case, because that's really cool. It's really awesome. It's really great that you get a company that will come in and just prop the channel up. Or several companies come in and prop the channel up. They don't need to. They, of course, they're doing it for themselves as much as they're doing it for the channel, and that's just how it goes. That's obviously how this stuff works. But it helps small channels more than I think it does the big channels, in my opinion, because the small channels need a more of a leg up to get further on. But it's one of those things where clearly somebody's caught the eye of the channel in a department. So thanks to people like the Sickness in the chat now, I find cases early, like I did with the Metallic Gear Neo G Mini, which is the case which got Metallic Gear interested, as far as I'm concerned, with the channel. And obviously the Sickness posted to them like once a day for like a month or something, saying, look, why don't you send this guy like a case, why don't you check this out, see what you think about it. And yeah, but yeah, so it is cool that the companies do that sort of stuff, because it is tricky to run a channel just of any sorts, of any kind, to any serious nature, for a long period of time. You can only do it so far without having support from people. So yeah, so that's that. So thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna sign off now, and yeah, I'm really glad that I sorted that out. Thank you so much. I'll add to. Let me do some thank yous for people on Discord, because I know people on Discord put a major amount of effort. I think Tralau, I think, or was it TRA1AW, has joined. So I'm going to assume that you were on the stream. Thanks so much for joining Discord. Really appreciate that. I'm going to say thank you to, well, obviously, Gaming Tech UK, GT UK on the Discord, Thanks to him, because yesterday he stuck around last night to try and get me out of this rut of not having a board to test with, and just give him bits of information, stuff like that, to help out. And yeah, he wasn't that keen on the board that I've got now, but it's the only option I had, so like kind of had to go with it in the end. Let's have a quick look from people last night. Sorry, it's actually it was quite late I was on. Where is it? 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 Sorry guys, I just want to make sure this is on like record of me saying thanks. So obviously thanks to Toto Gino, thanks to GTUK. I believe AW3 was on there, which was awesome. Thanks for your help as well. And yeah, I'm completely like lost. Where the hell? Oh, it was the day before. It's because it was the day before. Sorry, but I completely lost. Thanks to those guys who helped out with that. And yeah, I will leave it at that. So yeah, everything underneath X99 is scrubs. He's absolutely correct. That's why he's my hardware procurement advisor on the Discord. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna tune off then. Catch you in the next video, which will hopefully be out in the next few days. And yeah, I'll catch you then. Cheers, guys.